Welcome, welcome, welcome to your Biz Tips with Anna Miss Thing. And of course, as always, your girl is Blossom. And as you can see, I have decided, seeing as we have 3 Thursdays exactly until the festive full on season, I have decided each week I'm going to bring in a bit of the fun. So I had determined that I was going to be the Grinch for the next few weeks and just do sleep for the Xmas day. But I have been given a new zest of fun and festivity, and I have decided if you can't beat them, girl, join them. Join them. So I'm joining them. So each week we shall dash out in some tinsel and some fun. And I'm going to share with you my first bit. Now, remember, in the business world, it's always about what skill, talent, or product you can bring that can make you some money. Well, guess what? Ho, 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 people. Ho, ho, ho. Who thought of these things? I mean, as hilarious as you may think I think I look good. I look good in my ho, ho, ho glasses. Bring it on, Santa. I'm your elf. Yoo-hoo! I got you, Santa. No, I'm kidding. So, I think these glasses are hilarious. They are funny, but the person who thought to make them, they're making money. I think they're trying to really infuse the festive spirit at work and in the office. Oh, look, my tinsel's not working. You can see because I'm not a tree. And, we've just got different things to, brighten the day and mess around. So, yeah, got this today. And, of course, I picked the silly one. So each week up until the festive day, I'm going to have something that is silly and crazy. So while we're on the topic, for all of you happy shoppers out there, I know you all, you're clicking, right? Be wary. For those of you that have PayPal accounts, get ready. 2021, PayPal's about to try and make back some of its money that it's lost for some of you guys who haven't been shopping. And what they're going to do is they're going to start charging you £12 pounds, $15 if you don't use your PayPal account within each 3-month period. So they're really trying now to kind of recoup. Everybody's on that tip, like, Amazon charges us for Prime so you can get your stuff faster. And I'm going to talk to you in the coming weeks as well about Amazon and being wary too of being too happy on clicking everything that comes up. Amazon is when it comes to the online shopping arena, it's the top. It's made $1 trillion this year. It's one of the first companies to do so. And what it's doing is it's really reading into and manipulating your shopping experience. So you definitely need to pay more attention. Don't always go with the first price that comes up to you. And in actual fact, because of the type of year that we've had, don't always buy your stuff on Amazon. Yes, I said that, even though you can get it next day. If you go to the retailer directly, you may actually get a better deal and a lower price. So that's just a few little biz tips there just to start us off. So what are we going to talk about today? I think I take this off now because you know what? I can't blinking see them. But yeah. So I think I'll keep this on though. I like this. So we're going to talk about how to form your company. And why are we going to do that? Because of course, if you remember last week when we started off with this Biz Tip special, we had a 5-day Biz Tip special and we spoke about all the skill or talent or product that you have that you could now make into a profitable business. And in so doing, once we've gone through all those phases, we want to now make sure that we can make some moolah from it, but legit. That's right. Legit. So also, you want to know more, see more, join my tribe. So I've got my special Facebook group. It's called Fabulous and Thriving. What are we? We are fat. Join my tribe. Find that on Facebook. If you like, please like, click like, and share and subscribe to Anna Mesteng on YouTube. So let's get into this. Let's go. We are ready. I was going to say the other word, but that's actually patented and I can't use it. But you know what I mean. So let's go and talk about forming a company. Because I think, after last week where you've done so much great things, you should be really excited to go for this now. Okay. So let's just do a little recap of what we did last week. Just for those of you who may have missed it, shame on you. Shame on you if you missed last week. So what was our 5-day Biz Tip special? What did we talk about? The first thing on day one was blocking your dreams. What was blocking you from moving forward? Okay, and we discussed, we had 3 columns. We did fears and hurts, dreams and desires, and goals and proposals. So that was day one. Then we did 2, setting your goals. And that was what was the goal, why you chose the goal, and how you were going to go about achieving it and when. So that was on day 2. And so then after day 2, what's next? Well, of course, 3. And then 3, we did what is the plan? We did the 5-area simple plan. And remember, that entailed you looking at the strategy, the action plan, the vision, the mission, and the goals. And then from there, in the goals, we used the SMART goals, which everyone knows were, well, I assume everyone knows. If not, get in contact with me. There you go. So we use SMART goals. So on day 4, what is in a brand? Your identity. Who are you? And we spoke about how people could engage, and when they see your brand or hear your brand, how does it make them feel? Because that's how consumers are today. They're all very emotive. How do you feel? I like them. I don't like them. I'm not feeling them. I love them. See, very emotive. And then we went on to last day was what is a network and how do we use it and who was in your network. And then we talked about the different areas, which we said there was 8 forms of a network and then 9 if you owned a pet. So those are the things that we covered last week in our 5 business social. So this week, we're now going to go and move on to the next stage. And we're going to look at how to form the company. So now you've really started to look at that skill or that talent that you've got that you could make into a profitable business. Now we're like, okay, let's go to the next level. So why your business should be a legal entity. And I know many of you be like, yeah, that's fine, and I'll just sell here and I'll sell there. But it's always advisable to have all your, what do they say, your ducks in a row. It's always best. Oh, look, my tinsel's falling. I could put it on my head. Look. Oh, look at that. That's swag if ever I saw some. No, I'm just kidding. So a limited liability company or a limited company is a business structure that offers limited liability protection and pass-through taxation. As with corporations, the LLC legally exists as a separate entity from the owner, and therefore owners cannot typically be held personally responsible for the business debts and liabilities. And the reality is you want to safeguard your personal assets. So if you have your home, your car, you want to safeguard your children being able to sleep in their bed. If you are a sole trader or sole proprietor, what happens is, God forbid, anything goes wrong, they're coming for you. and everything you own. But if you have a limited liability company or you have an LLC, what will happen is the business will be the one challenged, and the assets or entities of the business and your family home and your personal vehicle will go untouched. And it's still about ensuring, not that you want to evade anything, but you want to make sure that you're doing what is right for your family. There's several ways to set up a company, and you can submit your application directly, either electronically by a Companies House website or by completing form IN01 manually. Alternatively, you can use a third party to process the application on your behalf, and this will typically be a formation agent or accountant. But we will go more into that later. So we have our business, and we want to have we go to our Companies House, we're going to take advice, we're going to name your business, you're going to register the address, and then you're going to have the certificate of incorporation. Woo! No, not so soon. Let's look at some of this. The costs do vary to form a company, and if you do it in the UK, Companies House is where you go, the United Kingdom. And if you just did the actual company like formation, it can cost you just a mere £12 if you apply online, or £40 if you go via post. So why would I go via post? Of course I'd apply online. Now, in the United States, you have to obtain a copy of your state's LLC Articles of an Organization form. You'll get that form from your state Secretary of State's website or office. And when you contact them, also find out if the state or county in which you are setting up requires you to post a notice in the newspaper, because some counties or states do require for you to put a formal notice that you are about to go into a business entity. And also find out any specific rules regarding business names, which we will get onto, which I think is kind of fun. Finding the name is fun, I say. So a limited liability company, an LLC, or limited company, the UK, is a popular choice among small businesses and owners for the liability protection, management flexibility, and tax advantages that this form for a business entity. Okay, so limited liability, what is that? Members or owners, which the owners of an LLC are called, are shielded from personal liability for acts of the LLC and its other members. Creditors cannot pursue the personal assets, your house, your savings account, etc., of the owners to pay business debts. But hopefully we won't get into debt. Okay, but as you know, in this time of the pandemic, things have happened. We look at the Arcadia Group in the UK, they have folded. We look at American Airlines, they've had to reduce and lose, 40,000. Companies are going through it, and some companies are blowing up, expanding. Slack has just been bought for 27 billion. Hello. So people, there's money still out there. Amazon is going into the healthcare market and has now started fresh food delivery. So people, there is possibilities are endless. You got to adapt, you got to change, you got to move with the times. So then you've got flexible membership. Members can be individuals, partnerships, trusts, or corporations, and there's no limit on the number of members. So S corporations, which is a corporation that has elected to be taxed as a pass-through entity under subchapter S or the Internal Revenue Code, are much more restricted in who can be a shareholder, and there is a maximum limit on the number. Management corporations, on the other hand, are managed by a board of directors and not shareholders. And that's in the UK. A limited liability company is managed by directors. Okay, and then you have the persons with significant control, so the PSCs. So each, in each country, they're very similar, but because, as you know, in the States, you have each state has their own laws. it kind of makes it just a little bit more complex. Yeah, about all of that. So then we go on to pass-through taxation. And here we look at the LLCs typically do not pay taxes at the business entity level. Any business income or loss is passed through to the owners and reported on their personal income tax returns. So this is where having a business can actually benefit you. So here it's actually in the UK it's called VAT. So if you now purchase things, you can claim back your VAT and you can claim back expenses, whether it's for travel, for purchasing different items and things like that. So you can actually get that all back. So that actually will work out more beneficial to you as a company formed and business owner. Then you've got heightened credibility. Starting an LLC may help a new business establish credit, and more so than if the business is operated as a sole partnership or partnership. Remembering when you start and form a company, that company is a new entity. It's like a new baby in the credit world. So you now start out fresh. You get a bank account for that business. You get, you can get loans and credits on that. And oftentimes it's not placed against the individual. And that's actually a good perk. I will not tell you somebody who you all know who has used this to their advantage and has gained and lost, 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 about 6 times actually, companies. I won't tell you who that is, but you can check it out for yourself. Somebody very high up in a White House. Anyway, moving on. Then we have limited compliance requirements. LLCs face fewer state-imposed compliance requirements and ongoing formalities than sole partnerships, general partnerships, or corporations, whether they're taxed as S corps or C corps. So again, you've got more perks as a LLC and a limited company. The cost as an LLC to start up costs more to form and maintain than, of course, a sole proprietorship or a general partnership, and the states charge an initial formation fee. Many states also impose ongoing fees such as annual reports and franchise tax fees. So you need to check with your Secretary of State's office. Also, ownership of an LLC is often harder to transfer than with a corporation, but because it's your business, and unless you're, trusting it, or your offspring is inheriting it, and even that you just put it in the will, who wants to do that anyway? And if you're going to sell your company later on to make billions, like Walmart has just sold their UK franchise of Walmart for, I do believe, 4.5 billion, and they bought it initially at 2.8 billion, so they've made a profit. You won't worry about the name. You're just going to take your money for it. So forming a business is really a positive thing to do, especially at this time. So how do you form an LLC or a limited company? As I said, there's a few stages. You choose a state in which to form. You choose a business name. You choose a registered agent, prepare an operating agreement, obtain an EIN, open a business bank account, and register to do business in other states if you so choose. So choosing the state in which to form your LLC, or as in the UK, you contact Companies House. It's a doddle. I'm telling you, it's an enjoyable process. It's actually very exciting. Although you can choose to form an LLC in any state, even if the LLC won't be doing any business there, most LLC owners or company owners choose to form in the state of which they plan to do business, and often where they live. It's a lot easier because the laws will apply and you have practically know what they are already. Choosing a name for your LLC, that's the fun part. In order to form your company, you'll have to choose a name that is not already on the Secretary of State or Companies House records as being the name of another domestic or qualified LLC or limited company or other business entity. It's often good for you to get a registered agent, also known as an agent for service of process, and receives important legal notices and tax documents, on behalf of the LLC, and these include important legal documents and notices, communications mailed by the Secretary of State, such as your annual reports and statements. So in the UK, again, you have your accountant to do that, or if you chose, you would have a formation company. And so we're going to go into that. So over the next week, we're going to also look more at formation companies and how they can assist you. So I don't want to bore you. We're going, oh, I did want to share with you mine. Well, one of them. Let's do some reflection. Are you ready to sell your product? And who will form your LLC or limited company? Company formation companies are all the rage and take the guesswork and all of the headache out of forming your company for you. You will have to pay a fee, of course, but it will make your life easier. Well, I think so. And take the strain out of the company formation and legalities for you. The leading formation companies, especially in the UK, is First Formations. They offer company formations for just $12.99, which is the basic package, and they will do all the work for you. Now, finding your company name, this is unique to you, and you cannot contain any sensitive words or phrases. I.e., you can't use a trademark in your name or pass yourself off as something you're not. It is worth spending time choosing the right name for your company. So I thought I would just get to show you here. Here's one of mine I prepared earlier. And so let me, if I open it out, this is what your certificate of incorporation will look like, okay? And so I actually also do have my LLC, and this is what will be. So this shows that you are a legal entity, and in so doing, you can do business with me, see? And I chose to make my life easier. I have formed and done companies for people, but now I'm like, let's skip that. I'll get the formation company to do it for me. It's so much quicker, which is what I did. And I tell them what I want, everything that I need. I let them know exactly the parameters of the company formation that I desired, and I let them do all that work for me. Yes, I have done it myself, and I do it, but why sweat the small stuff? So let's look at some tasks for your reflection. I want you to start thinking of the name and about forming your company. So I want you to take up this task for reflection this week. By using the internet, go to Companies House or the Secretary of State's website in your state and search for the name you would like to call your company. Is it available? And you have to look. There'll be always many variations of a name. And even when you do that, which I will talk about in the coming weeks, about when you want to try and make a website and designing and having that name, when you're looking to have your name, also check on the internet as well if the name is available for you to have as a domain name. Because if you then say, oh, I'm going to have, I don't know, let's go with this, ho 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 glasses. Okay, let me put my ho ho glasses on. There you go. I want you to get into the spirit of the festive season. See? So you say you're going to put on your ho 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 glasses, and you now go and check online. You think it's fine in Companies House or on the Secretary of State, but then when you go to do it online, the domain name is gone. You won't be able to marry up the two. So it's always good to look concurrently if you can have it as a domain name, whatever your company's name is, as well as on the Companies House or Secretary of State. So that's a good way to try and make sure, because you really want your company to sort of like flow. Remember, we talked about branding. And so if you can have your name and your brand and your domain and everything in flowing, it's so much more simplified and less confusing for your consumer or for your clients and your service users. So, oh, I forgot the other bit. Wait, come back. I forgot the other bit. So after you found your name, I just got excited. What I want you to do then is to look at formation companies, or if you're brave, look at forming the company for yourself. So once you go onto Companies House or the Secretary of State's website, you can actually form the company for yourself. If you want to go there, I'll be so proud of you. I need you to text me, DM me, email me, and tell me if you did it yourself or if you've gone to a formation company, which is fine, or a registered agent. I want you to be serious and go for it. I want you to say, I am committed to forming my company and optimizing the resources available to me to complete this. I'm one of your resources. You can contact me. I can assist you. That's what I do. Remember, Anna Miss Thing is your reality business coach. That's what I do. I'm here to support you, guide you, and get you to the success that you desire with your business and your entrepreneurship. So remember, you are not alone. Don't let me sing. These glasses, it brings out the singing in me. Yes, definitely. I want you to really go for a challenge coming for the next year. We've been through so much for 2020. Let 2021 not start off how we mean to go on in that capacity of pandemic and vaccination scares, and now they're trying to force it on us and all kinds of stuff. No, on you building and growing your income from just being, especially if you're an employee, to an employee and a business owner. And if you're a business owner, to enhance it and maybe even going to open another branch, or obtain another franchise, or moving forward in your dreams and building a bigger franchise. So, what skills or talents do you have? I want you to dream big. Think about it. What do you have that you can use or serve? Because you do have something out there. Everybody has something. It doesn't matter what it is. Like when you have, when you say to the kids, you need to go and sell cookies. They're selling. That's entrepreneurship. You go and make lemonade to sell. That's entrepreneurship. Your grandmother, she used to knit and do whatever and sell to the neighbors and her friends. That's entrepreneur. Everything. Everybody has a talent or a skill that can become into a profitable business. So yes, I am pushing this on a regular basis. So remember, I can help you. That's what I'm here for. Contact me, email me, DM me, and phone me. Go to my website, www.annamissthing.com. And of course, like and subscribe on my videos. I am available via Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So that's it for today with our Biz Tips. I hope you enjoyed. For some strange reason, I've got something crazy happening on my screen, but okay, it is what it is. And as to these glasses, I think they're making me see square-eyed, but get into the festive season, guys. Remember, we've got 3 weeks to go. Exactly. And then 2021 is upon us. Woo! We can do this. You can do this. I know you can do this. And I'm excited to see the great new possibilities that you are going to come up with. So if you're ready, get that name, think about it, go look on the Secretary of State's website or Companies House and come and tell me some of the names that you thought up, and let's see how we can form your first ever company, if it's your first or your second company. And I know some people may have formed companies before and they failed. Okay, so what? That's life. You've learned from what you did then. It wasn't your best. And now you're about to conquer the world. And that's what this is about. Remember, failure is not a fail. Not trying is a fail. Failure is a lesson learned. Stay blessed, guys, and see you next week. Bye-bye.